I already did a video in regards to this unboxing, and I said in my video that I was going to attempt to interview my nephew who I purchased this for, or actually we purchased this for, so he can use it on his PlayStation 5. It's supposed to be made to perform well on PlayStation, on game boxes and consoles. So I have him here. He's just going to tell me how it's been. It's been like almost a month, right?
Yeah, about a month.
Okay. So first of all, how are you using it? Like, what are you offloading onto?
Nah, basically I'm just using it for PS4 games.
Ah, okay. So you're offloading PlayStation, or actually you're offloading it would be offloading, right? What's it called?
Okay, you could install everything, the PlayStation 4 games and everything on there, on the hard drive itself. What you could also do, what people have done is, you could, for PS5 games, you could put PS5 games in there too, but you can't play off it. It's just there to store it. And the reason that's good is because, say there's a game you installed and you might want to play it another day or something like that, but you just like, oh, if I delete it, I gotta wait like almost 2 hours depending on how much space the game is for it to install.
Because of the download.
Yeah. You can
so
put
this is a lot faster than downloading.
No, it's still you still got to download it still to the original time. But if you put it in there and keep it in there, and then you could transfer from there to the system itself, it's less time. For example, the Avengers game, I downloaded it. It was like almost like an hour and a half or so when I downloaded it into the system itself.
Okay. But
once I transferred it to the hard drive, it took about probably like 8 minutes. So you go for like an hour and a half to 8 minutes.
Oh wow!
So say you want to play Avengers later down the line and don't want to have the thought process of I gotta install all this all over again, like that length of time. You could just transfer from the hard drive to the console in a way shorter amount of time.
So you're talking about minutes instead of hours.
Yeah. So that's good for it too with PlayStation 5 games. Even though you can't play off it, if there's a PlayStation 5 game that you want to play like later on but don't want to install it because of long load times, long install time, you could just put it in there and just transfer it from the hard drive to the console in a much faster speed.
So, but you can play the PlayStation 4 games off of
Yeah,
that.
you can.
Now, I only offload it for myself because I only have a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So I did the same thing with the PlayStation 4, but I don't have this hard drive. I have a cheaper hard drive. So I have like baseball games on it and football, things that are not fast action. I don't have Modern Warfare on it or anything. I left that on the main system. Can you still play like PlayStation 4 Modern Warfare off of that? Or?
Yeah. It's like I have the PS5 and some games, well, most of the games, their frame rate improved. We got PS4 game you play on the PS5, the frame rate improves. So like,
okay.
Some games will get a 60 FPS increase. Some games will get now a stable 30 FPS because even games that are 30 FPS on PS4, it's not always stable. Sometimes it dips. But if you play it on the PS5, it's more or less likely to be a nice stable 30 compared to
off the hard drive. And
no. If you play it, you play off the hard drive. Yeah, you still get the frame rate increases. If you play off the hard drive.
Yeah.
Only thing you won't get is compared to playing it off the system itself, is you won't get the faster load times.
Okay.
So for example, like an Assassin's Creed game, it'll take just a few seconds to load up a different screen if you're playing it off the PlayStation 5. But if you're playing it off the hard drive, you don't get that loading, the loading enhancement. So it
might take a minute.
Yeah, it might take a little longer. It varies on the games because I've seen games where it makes no difference, and I've seen games where it makes a big difference. So it depends on it. Like like I said, you could easily like just go back and forth and transfer it to the hard drive. You could transfer the game back and forth from the hard drive system and the system data itself. So you can see which is faster to you, But yeah, that's one thing. You will always get the frame rate boost if it has it, but the loading time might differ.
Yeah, I could always live with the loading time, but it is nice when it gets started, especially when, that's why I actually played the Modern Warfare off the main PlayStation 4 system, because the load time for the Modern Warfare took forever. I thought it took forever, probably a couple of minutes, compared to actually, you know, if I played it off the hard drive, if compared to me playing it directly off the PlayStation 4. So I definitely know.
I don't know if it makes any difference when it comes to the PS4 itself. I'm mainly talking about like the PS5, how it runs over that, because the PS5 is newer technology.
Yeah.
You get, you know, you get enhancements and everything.
Did you have the external hard drive on your PlayStation 4?
No, I didn't test it around with that. I tested it mainly for the PlayStation 5. That's what I used it for. And one of the reasons I wanted a bigger hard drive was to put, you know, games are increasing in size every time. Like there's some, especially the big AAA games, they could go for 100 gigs to 200 gigs.
Wow, okay.
Depending on it. And that's why it's good to have that too, because even though I have internal memory in here, so I have a 2 terabyte SSD for my PlayStation 5. It's so nice to have this 5 terabyte on the side as well, because in the PlayStation 5 you could choose where you want which type of game installed at. So you could put it in your system that you want all PS4 games to automatically install on the hard drive.
Okay. On the external hard drive. Okay. Yeah. Now let me ask you, how much space do you have left on your PlayStation 5 main system?
Because there's 3 different storages now. Because when you put the solid state drive that's inside, when you buy a solid state drive for the PS5, you get 2 spaces. There's the internal memory.
2 slots. Okay.
There's the internal memory, and then there's the SSD memory.
Okay.
And then now with this, I have 3 different places to put data in. And the reason I got the internal memory is because the reason I got the solid state drive is because the internal memory is not that much space. I think it's like like 800 gigs or something like that. Okay. And with games getting bigger, it's not
so now you have a total of 2 terabytes internal memory.
Yeah, I got 2 terabytes internal now with the solid state drive I have inside my PS5, and I have maybe in the actual console save space install space, I probably in the hundreds probably only. Okay. And now with the 5 terabyte, I don't have to worry about
the external 5 terabyte.
Yeah, the external 5 terabyte. I don't have to worry about like running out of space like for PS4 games or anything like that, because I still play PS4 games on my PS5. Is able to, you know, it won't suck up because 2 terabytes go by actually fast too.
I know, it's amazing this day.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You remember when you were a little kid? That laptop I had in the corner in the living room was like 30 megabytes just to let you go. But anyway, this is the 90s we're talking about. Yeah. So, how much? Like, you still have a lot of space left, right? Like, you know how many games you have in the 5 terabyte right now? Like, off the top of your head?
No. I can show you, actually, if you want to see it.
All right. Let's come back. All right, so this is the console storage.
Yeah, this is the console storage. It started with, there you go. It started with 667.2 gigs. Okay. Now I have only 300. This is the solid state drive, which is 2 terabytes. Yes. And it's I have only a terabyte left. Okay, I see. And then this is external, which I have 3.99 terabytes.
So you have 4 terabytes still left.
Yeah, and this is some of the stuff I have in it right here.
So you only use was that 600 gigs you were using? Wow. Okay. So the PlayStation 4 games don't take as much space.
It depends. Some of them.
Oh, it depends.
Okay. It all depends. Some of them are really small. Some of them are big. These are like.
Okay, I see 20, 30, 4 gigs. Okay.
Yeah, like the biggest I have here. Let's see. Size. Now you see, there's the PS5 game. Look how much space it takes. Wow. 112 gigabytes. Wow. And you can easily, let's see, like another game I have, PS4 game, 68, 50.
And that takes a while to download too. Yeah. So now when you offload them from one to the others, it does it in minutes.
Yeah, it should be like, because that one was 100 and something, so say.
And even faster with the SSD.
Yeah. Let's see. I want to see if I could.
Yeah, 200 gigs and okay.
System storage. I'm trying to remember how to. And this is how you put the install location. So you want it. If you don't, you can always do it from the front too if you want to like transfer it and everything. But let's see if I could like show an example of this right here.
Like to move it, you say?
Yeah. It just takes a little while because it's reading all the games on it. So let's see. That's right here, the Avengers. See, you can select items, delete it, or you can move it. And to move, this is a 112 game. Let's see, select items to move this, and you want to move it. I'm moving to the solid state drive.
Okay, go ahead.
And I was to put it to move. Yes. It says 18 minutes, and but installing it takes about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
Okay.
So you go from an hour and a half.
Could you cancel that if you want, or you don't like to do that?
Nah, just leave it. I gotta check something on it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Don't remove the US
you could cancel it if you don't want it.
Okay.
Like let's see.
Well,
yes. Do you want to cancel? Yes, and that's it. It'll just stop.
So out of now, you didn't try any other external hard drives. So I did my research, and supposedly this one was one of the best hard drives.
Yeah.
For the purpose that you're using it for.
Yeah, it works perfectly fine.
You like it a lot?
Yeah, it works very fine. There's no problems. There's no hiccups. No, no like bugs, technical issues, anything works perfectly fine. And I actually, like, even when you put it anywhere, like I have it in the back over there because you can't plug this in the front. Like with the,
it has to be in the back.
Yeah, the PS4 you could have plugged the external in the front, but for this you have to put it in the back. But I have it like back here. It's like not a lot of ventilation and it still works perfectly fine.
I mean, the only reason that we did not purchase a bigger size is because 5 terabytes is the last size that you can get.
Yeah.
That you don't need power.
Yeah. Oh,
so
the other ones you need power for y'all?
Yeah, anything like 8 terabyte drives, you're gonna need a power source.
For real?
So I didn't. Yeah. So
wow,
I didn't
that's
want
crazy.
So I didn't want to give you.
Nah, 5 terabytes is fine. Like, I think 5 is like the perfect for at least until like the next generation happens of gaming.
I think they'll eventually make these drives bigger without needing power because the USB, especially when they go to USB-C, they should be able to provide enough power in the future.
There is solid state external hard drive, but they're ridiculously expensive.
Yes.
And you can't play the games off it, even though it's a solid state drive.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it's pointless to get it unless, like, way in the future, Sony somehow makes this update, a special solid state drive that you could do it. But as of right now, it's best just to get a HDD instead because it's good for holding all those giant PS4 games because PS4 games aren't bigger than 68 gigs.
Yeah,
I just haven't installed it yet.
Okay,
I have so many freaking games I forget I owned them.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it plays just fine. And like I said, if you want the load time improvement the PS5 gives, you can always just I was transferring the other game. You can always transfer the PS4 game to the console itself.
Yeah, the internal.
Yeah, and it'll take a few seconds then just installing it.
Yeah.
So it makes
it's a big difference.
It's a big difference. Like I said, the Avengers game took almost 2 hours to install. All that data, because even when you install a game in the PlayStation 5, it says, "Oh, ready to play." It's not really ready to play. It's installing a whole bunch of other stuff like that. So it's best to do that because at least it'll just something that will take. Decrease it. There's a game I have. I think it was like 60 gigs or something. And I moved it, and it was like in the minutes, like five minutes or something like that. So it's a way better way if you want to go back and forth, putting games back and forth on the consoles, the console and the external drive, especially the PS5 games, which are getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a statement, and you tell me yay or nay. Basically, anybody who's looking for additional storage on their PlayStation 5, this hard drive you would highly recommend and suggest.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you very much. This is my nephew. He's big player and loves it. And
I do a lot of YouTube videos too and everything.
Yeah. Can you tell me the channel?
Salaz94 is called In My Opinion. That's basically what it is. I just review games. 2 different type of reviews. I do either like really in-depth reviews or I do a random review, which is me just talking off the cuff of the game and not really like going super in depth, but just like casually talking about it. So those are two types of reviews I usually do.
Can you say the name again?
The page is Salaz94, and the series is called In My Opinion.
In My Opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna link it below if you want to check out his channel too. All right, I hope you liked the video. I hope it helps. Highly recommend this hard drive for PlayStation 5 people who need more storage. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye now. Just say bye.
All right, bye.